Grab your hat and let's go! Hello everyone, welcome back to Positive Comedy. Today we have a crazy plan. So I am going to build a Lego counter using Scratch. So this is the very first time that I have used Scratch during a live stream. And the reason is because there was a community event that was supposed to happen, I think almost 2 months ago now, and I did not have all the Lego pieces that I needed to build a Lego robot dog. So essentially what I'm going to do on this stream is in like 50 minutes, 50, I'm going to build a interactive Lego counter so I could personally keep track of how many Legos I have. And then I'm going to put it on my stream so that when Lumi and Teak join, they have to try to find the rest of the stickers in the 15th anniversary Minecraft map before I count all of my Legos. And when I count my Legos, I'm trying to see if I have the right Legos for the Lego Robot Dog Community Challenge. Because, to be honest, I still don't know yet. And then also, full transparency, I started the stream a little bit late today by mistake because I was eating a mint chocolate chip Klondike bar. So I'm sorry, but the Klondike bar had to happen. Okay, so before I do Scratch, I do want to plan my program because I didn't entirely think this through. All I know is that I want my counter to allow me to count how many Legos I have. So it shouldn't be too bad. Let's see, what's the time? It is 6:04 PST. So I'm going to give myself 45, I'll give myself 50 minutes. 50. Okay. All right. So, usually it's good practice before you start a program to actually write an idea of what program you're writing. And it doesn't matter what language you're writing in. I know I'm choosing Scratch, which is super silly. I was just in a mood. I was like, you know what? Block coding. Let's do this. But yeah, if you're writing in Python or C and C++, it's always a good idea to sketch something out. I also just realized that Teek's name tag was a ghost on my screen. That was really funny, actually. Okay. Anyways. So, Lego counter. Alright, well, I know I want a picture here. Wow, my hand's really shaky. It must be the ice cream. No, actually, that doesn't really happen. I don't know why my hand's shaky today. I will say I'm not used to drawing at this angle. But that's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna make this, I don't know, I'm just gonna call this the logo of the counter. Sure. And then, let's see. Alright, I'm gonna have a plus button and a minus button. Also, for this plan, I'm drawing the graphical user interface, the GUI. But I'm also going to write little notes on it too. Some diagrams will have boxes, so like some diagrams will kind of be like in a tree diagram, so you might have a master box of what the program is and then separate it into branches of what it actually does. But for me, since I'm doing both a GUI and a program at the same time, I want to have the idea of what the GUI is going to look like and then the implementation behind it. So this is going to add Legos, and then I think I'm trying to decide if I want a number here, like if I'm at 14, or if I want to do something a little bit more creative, like add the number here. I feel like traditionally usually add a number here. Also, in the chat, if you have any feature ideas for the Lego counter, feel free to pop them in there. And that goes to the Twitch chat. You know, I think I like the number in between because when I subtract Legos, it's really easy to tell what number I'm adjusting here. So I'm gonna label this as my number of Legos. Okay. Alright, so I feel like the logo itself is one section, and then You know what? I want to see if I can make this animated just for fun. Okay. And then I want, let's see. So I want something over here on the right. I just want a fun little feature. That was a really, really sad square. Let me try that again. Do 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 do. Okay, there it is. This is so weird to write. By the way, I'm writing at this angle, which I'm gonna say is really, really weird for me. But we're going with it. So one idea that I have, so I want to have some kind of effect when I get a certain amount of Legos. Because first of all, this honestly looks pretty easy. Like, I don't think I'm gonna have many difficulties adding the counter feature itself. But I want like a badge or achievement feature. So, I'll just I'll label this achievement feature. And then I'm gonna put this in a box as well, just so that it's its own separate element. This is going to be the Lego counter itself. Okay. The achievement feature, I think what I want to do here, so, okay, I want to have a list of achievement icons. You know what though? I'm just gonna I'll call them badges. So I feel like badges is short for achievement icons. It's kind of the same thing. And I'll just draw some examples. So I don't know, this could be 10 Legos, this can be 20 Legos, this can be 30 Legos. Oh, that looks like a croissant. I don't know how I feel about that. This will be 40 Legos, and I guess this will be 50. To be honest, I don't know if this Robot Dog project even has... It probably has 50. I didn't count because I didn't have the time to just count every single one. So I wouldn't be surprised though if it's close to 100. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and plan for... the capacity should probably be... Here, I'll write the capacity. Should be 100 badges. I spelled badges wrong. That was embarrassing. Ah. Wow, my hand really has mixed feelings about writing at this angle. Okay, so cool. Now the achievement feature, what do I want this to do? I want it to make a celebration sound. So I'll just write celebration sound. I'm just gonna write everything I want in the box. Also, just a reminder in the Twitch chat, if you see a feature that you want added to the Lego counter before 6:50 PST, feel free to let me know. Okay, so I got the celebration sound. I want it to let's see. I'll have it display a fun message. Said by a cartoon animal. Okay, so what this is going to need, the achievement feature might be a little bit more complicated because I'm going to need so this is where I'm going to go ahead and do the box diagram. So inside of here, this is going to be the, let me see. I think I could call this I'll call this an alert. This is going to be the achievement alert. So that is when an animal pops up with a dialogue box with a funny message. Okay. And to make that happen, I need to track the number of Legos counted. And if that equals let's see, if that equals a number mod 10. If that equals 0, then the alert goes through. By the way, this is actually a pretty weird looking diagram, I will admit. I feel like there should be a convention called pseudo diagram, because I feel like that is so me, because I just have, well, okay, I feel like different teams probably have different workflows, so I feel like when working with a team, it's always good to figure out what style of diagrams, what style of code you want to have. Since I'm a one-person team at the moment, actually, I guess I'm one person plus anyone in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and just have a fun little pseudo diagram for now. But so essentially, what I'm looking at here is just my different features of my Lego Counter app, and then I'm gonna go ahead and prioritize which ones are more important, because we might not finish it. I only have until 6:55 PST. So, because my friends Teak and Lumi are going to pop in at 7 PST, so I gotta get this rolling. Okay, so I'm gonna prioritize it. The logo, honestly, the logo could probably be last, so I'm going to actually maybe not last. Maybe, okay, how about second? It could be second priority. I'm gonna put this in a different color. Green equals priority feature. Okay, so the Lego counter feature is going to be the first priority. Logo will be second priority. And I honestly feel like the alert can be third. The achievement alert can be third priority. And then the list of badges at the bottom, definitely last priority. Oops. Okay, perfect. I love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into Scratch. Whew. Well, that was funny. Okay. Hang on. Let me figure out where my face went. Okay, so we're going to do some experimentation. Give me a second. There we go. Now you can see my face. Not that my face is super important, but you know. Okay. So let me go into here. Okay. So I literally just opened a Scratch project. I didn't even name it yet. So I guess I'll just go ahead and name it real fast. Okay, so we've got Lego counter. Okay, so first priority was actually the counter itself. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a sprite. At the bottom of my screen, there's this little animal button. I think it's kind of covered by a subscription rectangle, but it's okay. And yeah, I guess I didn't plan that too well, huh? I've got too many overlays on my screen. Okay, so honestly, I guess I can maybe choose a sprite. I want to see if they already have numbers. Let's see, they have letters. Do they have numbers? Oh, shoot. No, they don't. Do they not have numbers? No. They do. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, we're gonna need all these numbers. Oh, I have to add all of them one at a time? Alright, well, I'll just click on the animal icon at the bottom, type in numbers. Oh, dang. Okay. I guess we'll do one. Alright, let's go again. Numbers. Boom. By the way, can anyone in the chat guess my favorite number? Ignore that. Okay. We have that. And you know what? I'm just going to type in the number that I want. Perfect. Okay. And then I'll go to 5. Perfect. Back to the animal icon. We're going to do 6. Perfect. Perfect. Unfortunately, I can't purr like a cat, but I try. Okay, we have 7, and we have 8. And sadly, 7, 8, 9. And I think that's all the numbers. Okay. At least that's all of the digits in the classic numerical system. There actually is a name for that system, but for some reason it's not coming to me at this point in time. Okay, so there's a problem. All of these numbers are just everywhere on the screen right now, which isn't going to be good. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just choose to work with, I'll choose to work with 0. I'm going to make all these numbers invisible. To do that, I just clicked on this eyeball button with a line through it that just changes its transparency to 100 so that it's invisible to the naked eye. Okay. Boom. And a pa-pam, and a pa-boom, and a pa-bammy, and another pa-boom. Okay. All right. So if I, hang on, if I look at my, if I look back at my plan that I had earlier, oh, hang on. Let's try that again. Okay, so if I look at my plan earlier that I had, oh, is it not going to pop up? Okay, fine. All right, well, here, give me 1 second. I think I know what I did wrong. Oh boy. And boom. No? Okay. All right. Rejected. All right. Let me go ahead and try that again. Okay. All right. Maybe. And it looks like I'm gonna try not to navigate away from that, I guess. All right, we're gonna try that again. All right. Wish me luck. Yay, it's there. Okay, perfect. So yeah, in my plan, I'm looking to the left. I'll just zoom in. This is what we're working with here. So I want the number in the middle, and I want the subtraction sign and the addition sign next to each other. And I want it on the left-hand side of the map. So if I go back into Scratch, so, all right, my number's in the center. So I want the space for the logo and I want space for the number. This number is honestly a little big. I'm gonna go ahead and just change it to 50. All right, that's cool. That's a cool size, I guess. Okay, so I guess I'll move it in the middle like this. Let me go ahead and make its position a bit more exact. I just changed X to -120. I'm going to change Y to -20 just so that it's a little bit easier to type and remember. It's a little bit more exact on my plane. Or I guess there any number is exact, but it's a little bit more of an even number, so it's easy to work with. So essentially what I'm going to do is sorry, I just realized that this is only going to count for 2 Legos. I don't think using sprites is going to be a good plan. Well, maybe. I could probably get it to be 100, but that's kind of a limiting feature, right? If it can only go up to 100 Legos. I don't think I like that. I don't think using sprites is going to be our best shot. I'll keep the numbers here in case they're helpful later, but I actually don't think this is going to help. Because at first I was thinking about placing all of the numbers at that one location so that you could just go through the next costume and go through the numbers, but then that only accounts for 10, which is kind of dumb in my opinion. So, or maybe not dumb, but like it's just not useful, you know? So you know what? Instead, I'm going to make a variable. Or actually, can I just edit this variable? look at that. I can. Okay, let's rename it. This is going to be number of Legos, and I just did num for short. So, oh, you know what, actually? This is terrible naming conventions, but because it's Scratch, I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm doing like num. I could do camel case if I did num of Legos without the spaces, but it's Scratch, and for the, you know, it doesn't really matter too much because when I double click on this, it just turns into a number. So now this can go up however high I want, which is pretty great. It's a little on the small side, but that's okay. It's not the worst thing because I can actually blow this up pretty big. So it's really not the worst thing in the world. Okay. Well, I have a number. That was easy. Okay, let's go ahead and add another sprite. However, I think... Oh my gosh. I was going to type in circle, but it looks like... Alright, well, I could open up another, like just a blank sprite and draw a circle, but I honestly kind of like the shading of this ball. So, does this ball have other costumes? It does! Look at this! Okay, we're going to do blue and purple. So let's go ahead and I'm going to duplicate this. I just right-clicked on my ball and then click duplicate. Okay, I'm going to change this one to purple. So I'm going to delete all of the other costumes because I want this to be a purple button. And then I want this to be a blue button. So I'm going to delete all of these so that only blue is remaining. Pa-boom and a pa-bam. Okay, purple will be for negative numbers, blue will be for positive numbers. All right, I'm gonna call this the plus button. And I'm gonna call this the negative button. Okay, cool. And now, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna add a plus sign and a minus sign to put on top of them. Just out of curiosity, I want to see if they have a preset, just to save time. Looks like they don't. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna hover my mouse over the animal button at the bottom of my screen, and then I'm gonna click on this paintbrush. And we're gonna call this the plus. And I'm just going to make a giant plus. Luckily I can add text. So I'm gonna do, giant plus sign. All right, I wonder what color I wanna make this. Oh my gosh, I can also choose a font. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to highlight it so I can change it up. Oh, I guess I need to go in my select tool maybe? I do, okay. That makes sense. So, okay, now it's a lot bigger, which is nice. I'm gonna center it at the origin. This is way too big though. All right, let's center it at the origin again. That's still really big. I'm gonna make this a little bit shorter. Okay, cool. And now I'm gonna go ahead and move this over. And I'm gonna change the color to white so that it pops out a little bit more. Oh, did that do anything? Yes, it did. Okay. I actually don't know how I feel about that. I might want to make it, let's see if it's black. Oh, let me try that again. Make it darker maybe? No, I like the white. I know the background's white, but I'm actually going to change that soon. So it doesn't really matter what color the background is. I forgot to select this before changing the color. All right, let's change this back down to white. Okay, cool. And now I'm going to go ahead and copy this. So I'm just clicking on it and then clicking copy. And then, oh, actually I didn't have to do that. I'm just going to duplicate this. I'll just right click, duplicate, We're gonna call this a negative. All right. I know it's pretty white right now, so it's kind of hard to see, but I'm just gonna change this into a dash. Let's move this back at the origin, and then hopefully I can see it. Oh, no, that wasn't it. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Well, we're just gonna put that back there. I tried to do Control Z to undo, but it didn't do anything, so. Oh no. I forgot about this part. Every time I click on a sprite, that's not... Oh no. It doesn't go to the front. But actually, I could probably write code that changes that. Okay, I can't see anything in the background. So let me, I'm gonna actually change the color of the background real fast. So it looks like I have a backdrop. Let's click on that. This is it. I want a very bright green backdrop. Very bright green. I think that's gonna be green enough. Okay, it looks like it's not letting me fill it, because I think maybe I need to put a shape down first. Well, this will work. All right, cool. Now I could see all my sprites. Okay, so we're gonna move this right here, and then we're gonna move this right here. Okay, cool. That's not terrible. Could be better, I will admit. Let me look at the y-axis. Okay, let's actually change this. If I change this to -30, actually, that seems pretty nice. Okay, and then I can move the plus sign up to -33, maybe? Oh, that looks pretty nice and even. Okay, let's move this one to -30 as well. And I'm doing this so that it's more exact, so it doesn't look like it's oddly curving. Okay, perfect. Also, thank you so much for the follow. That was awesome. Okay, wow. Okay, cool. So anyways, this shouldn't have too much of a curve. I wonder if I can change this to -32. I don't think I like that. I don't. We're gonna make it... Oh, I really don't. It's getting worse, not better. Okay. -28 looks like the winner. Oh my goodness. Perfect. Okay. So, also, I'm reading the chat, and I just gotta say, I definitely love it when other members in the community are making their own games too. This is fantastic. Okay, so it looks like I have a little bit of I have a good counter here, and then if I look back at my plan, so I have the number in the middle, I have the subtract sign and the plus sign. Okay, now I can go ahead and add the functionality to it. I got my GUI. It doesn't look the prettiest right now, but it's a good starting place, especially since I only have 20 minutes. So I definitely need to add some function, or I guess 24 minutes. So I guess I should probably add some functionality now. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into code, my code tab. Okay, so I definitely know that when I click the green flag, which is what starts the game to begin with, I want to be able to click on the plus sign, and when I click on the plus sign, I want the number to go up. Okay, so I'm gonna go into my plus. You know what I just realized? It's probably not smart of me to have, well, it's definitely not, okay, this might not be a good thing, because if I add the code to the plus sign, that's going to be a problem, because then if I ever click on the blue button and not the plus sign, the event might not get triggered because it's added to the plus sign. So I actually might want to move the plus sign onto the plus button, which is kind of a bummer, but I could just do that super quick. So, okay, essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my select tool, which is the cursor, and then I'm going to click on the plus sign, and I'm going to click copy, and then I'm going to go ahead and go to my blue sprite and then just paste it on there. This is kind of nice too, because I can just center it like I want. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and just delete this plus sign sprite. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay, I'll do the same thing with the negative sprite. I'll just click on it with the select tool and then click copy and then go to my negative purple box, click paste or just do Control V, which is what I usually just do for funsies. And this looks great. This also low-key reminds me of protons and electrons. Not gonna lie. They're the wrong colors, but they kind of look the same. Okay, so, all right, now I think I'm ready for the functionality. Okay. All right, so, also every time I click on a sprite, there's going to be different pieces of code on it. So, which is kind of it's kind of useful. The only thing I don't like about it is then it makes it hard, because usually, traditionally for a program, you usually have a main program, and then that main program links to other files and uses functions from there. Whereas in Scratch, you kind of just work with all the files, I guess. If we're doing that comparison, there's not really a, I mean, I guess you could try to mimic a main function, but it's a little bit weird in that regard. I almost feel like every sprite is almost like its own code file. And then when you actually run the game with the green plus, it's like that's the main function. Okay, so when the green flag is clicked, actually, I'll do, let's see, the code is already going to run when the green flag is clicked. So actually, when this sprite is clicked, this is for the plus sign. When the sprite is clicked, I want that number to go up. So, fun fact about these variables is I can just click one of the you know, the blocks. So my block says number of Legos. By the way, this is terrible naming conventions. Usually, like traditionally, you don't want to use symbols. You just want to use letters, and you don't use spaces. But since it's Scratch, I can kind of break the rules a little bit. All right. So when the sprite is clicked, I want number of Legos to go up. This is actually super easy because I can. Let me look at my. Okay, I'm looking at events. I'm actually just gonna scroll down, looking at all of these. All right, it's not gonna be, it's definitely gonna be an operator. Or no, actually, it's not gonna be an operator. At first I was thinking it could be an operator, but one issue is that these are honestly they're a lot better for conditionals, so like using if blocks, if then else blocks, they're really, really good. But since I don't have that here yet, we'll see if we get there. Then I'm going to actually want to go to my variables area and change it by 1. So I actually don't really need this because that's really good for conditionals too, but it's not really necessary for this use case. All right, so when the sprite is clicked, change number of Legos by 1. Wow, that's actually a lot easier than I was anticipating, which is hilarious. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, you know what I can do too? Okay, if I click on the top code, you see how it moves all this code? So if I do Control C, which copies it, and then go to my other sprite and do Control V, copies the code right there, and then I can just change this number to -1. Okay, let's go ahead and test it. So I'm going to click on the green flag, and then I'm going to click on the number. Okay, so when I click on the plus sign, and even if I click on the blue portion, it still goes up by 1, and if I click on the purple, it goes down by 1. Okay, now something I didn't implement is when I click on the green flag, it doesn't set the number back to 0. Like I'd have to do it automatically. So I'm going to actually implement it so that it starts at 0 every time I restart the program. So I'm going to bring a when flag is clicked box over, and I'm going to go back to my variables section, and then I'm going to go ahead and just click set number of Legos to 0. All right, I'm going to click on the top yellow box so that it selects all the code, and then do Control C. And then on the other sprite, I'm going to add the exact same code so that no matter what button I clicked last, if I click on the green flag, it sets it back to 0 and restarts the whole program. Okay, that's honestly pretty good. So let me look back at my plan. I still have about a little bit more than 15, I guess 17 minutes left. So let's look back at my plan. So it looks like I actually finished our first priority, which is amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a huge, giant check mark. Okay, cool. Our second priority, which I guess this is a little ambitious, but it was to make an animated logo. All right, let's see how fast I can do this. So, okay, we're gonna need a logo. I guess for a counter, let's see, what kind of logo should I do? I have an idea. I'm gonna do this from scratch, so no pun intended. If I move my mouse over the animal icon at the bottom of my screen and then click on the paintbrush, I can start a whole new sprite. I'm gonna go ahead and label this logo. Perfect. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go ahead and add a text box, and I'm going to name this Lego. Actually, I'll do I'm going to call it Little Lego Counter. Okay, and I'm going to change the text color because so essentially, when I put this into the stream later, I'm going to remove the green background. So, in fact, this is kind of a fun trick. If you ever want to, like if you're ever wanting to use a Scratch program in something, like for a video or something, and you really want to add like let's say it's an effect for a video. If it has a green background, you can take it out and have it as an overlay over your video. Something that I like to do all the time, especially if you're on a budget. It's great. It's a great little hack. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and change the color because again, it's white and that's not going to look super pretty. Let's see. Personally, what color should it be? I guess maybe a dark purple. I want to be honest, that's not my favorite. All right, here's what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Also, nothing against sans serif, but I want it to have a little bit of a like an old, like I'm going to pretend that this program was made way back in the ages when people played games in arcades, which wasn't really that long ago, but I wasn't alive back then, so it's a long time for me, I guess. Okay, so can I bold this? I don't think I'm not sure if I can bold it actually. I'm a little sad about that. Okay, all right, I'm gonna go back into my select tool, I guess. I'll add an out. Oh, no, I can bold it. Or no, I guess I can't. Wait. If I change this to 20. Oh, that's the... Okay, I can't bold it, but I can change the outline size. So we're going to change this to 5. No, that's way too big. 3? Sure, why not? I'm going to make the outline white, though, because I think that'll help the purple pop out a little bit more. Okay, the outline... Whew! I might have to make it one thickness though because this is crazy. And for some reason it changed it. Oh. Sometimes you have to reselect the element you're trying to edit before editing the size. Okay, can I do 0.5 maybe? Ooh, I don't like how that looks. I guess maybe 1, but okay, let me actually try black. White might just not be good. Okay, I'll go with white for now, I guess. It might pop when I remove the green background. Oh, I have to select the element again and then change it back to white. I keep trying to change it to white when It's not selected. Okay, cool. That is not my favorite, but I'm gonna go with it for now because I have less than 12 minutes. Okay. Okay, well, we have a little logo. Now I wanted to animate it somehow. So what I'm gonna do is on the animal icon at the lower left side of my screen, which is currently being covered by a baby cheetah. So I apologize. But I'm gonna click on the paintbrush option. That's gonna add another costume. And so to animate it, essentially what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select my element, copy it, paste it, which you can use these little buttons up at the top, the little buttons that look like pieces of paper. And I want to animate the Lego word itself. So I think essentially what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy this again just so that I can roughly keep track of how many spaces are here, because what I'm gonna do, oh, I guess I could have counted how many letters I was deleting and then just do 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that didn't work. Oh yeah, no, because letters have length. That's why that didn't work. Whoops. Okay, I'm just gonna, there we go. So now I have empty space, and now I can go ahead and delete everything except for Lego. Sweet. And then also in the Twitch chat, I'm seeing Pasca OSC says, I made a test for my game. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to hear that there's progress happening on the other end. This is fantastic. Okay, also, so I want this Lego word to jump up and down, and so my second costume is going to have Lego up at the top, and then I'm just going to duplicate this first costume. So I'm just right-clicking and clicking duplicate, which adds, wait, that didn't duplicate the right one, did it? Oh no, it did. It's this one. So okay, I'm just going to drag this underneath the second one. So this is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one. Cool. Also, for everyone in the Twitch chat making Scratch games, feel free to share what type of Scratch game you are creating. I'm really curious. Okay, so right now my costumes are static, but if I go into the code and go into events, I'm going to use this one flag clicked option and literally go into the looks place, the looks button, and just go to next costume. So it'll do that. Right now it'll only do that every time I click on the flag, but I actually want it to have a whole loop. So I'm going to go into control and then do a forever loop, which I will say, if I was actually coding using a traditional programming language, I would not do a forever loop without some kind of process, like without some kind of call that kills the process. Because otherwise this can be a runaway process and could make your program run super slow. So essentially what I'm trying to say is that I would never usually make a forever loop unless there was some conditional that would exit out of it, because otherwise it could be kind of dangerous to just have it running forever. But for Scratch, honestly, they probably have something built in to help with that. So it probably has something to do with the red stop sign. Oh my gosh. Okay, so if I click on the green flag, so that's a fun little animation, but notice how kind of glitchy it is. I kind of want it to be a little bit, just not as fast. So I'm going to go ahead and just go into my, actually, what am I going into? I'm trying to look for a weight. Was it in control? Yes, it was. Okay, it's in control. I'm going to have it wait 1 second. So now, cute. Okay, 1 second is actually pretty long. So let me change it to 0.5 seconds. And try this again. That's cute. Okay, I like it. It definitely gives me, like, indie game vibes. It's a very interesting style. I honestly didn't know it was gonna look like this today. Okay, so let's see. I've got 7 minutes. So if we look back at the plan that we had, okay, we finished this part. So I'm gonna do a big giant blue check mark. Okay, so the third feature that we had was the achievement feature. So the idea was for an alert to pop up when the number of Legos counted is equal to the number mod 10. The alert pops up when the number of Legos counted, when that has a mod 10 in front of it, and that result is equal to 0, then the alert pops up. Okay. Also, mod 10, all that means is that you divide it by 10. Look at the remainder. The remainder is either if the remainder is 0, then that means the number is divisible by 10. So like, for example, if you do 20 divided by 10, the remainder is 0, right? If you do 21 divided by 10, the remainder is 1. But if the remainder is 0, you know that the number can be divided by 10. And that's what I want, because I want the alert to pop up every time the number is divisible by 10. Okay, so we're going to see if I can do this. Oh, I have 6 minutes now. Okay, well, wish me luck. Okay, so I'm going to add another sprite. And to be honest, I'm just going to make it a random animal. You know what? I really like cats, so we're going with it. Oh, actually, I should do a lion. You know how funny that would be? I don't think I've ever used a lion sprite before. Oh, I accidentally added a text object. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I'm sorry, lion. You just have a random text object on you. Whoa, you can move the different body parts on it? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay, well, I'll keep it all in one piece. But that's honestly really hilarious. I didn't know I could do that. Okay, I'm going to flip this horizontally. And then on this screen, I'm going to go ahead and move it. And then I'm going to add so since I don't have a ton of time right now, I'm just going to do roar.
Comedy, can you hear me?
Oh my goodness.
Hello?
Hello? Wait, is that Lumi?
Yeah.
Hi, Lumi. How are you doing?
Hello. I'm doing so well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Okay, I have 5
live?
minutes to try to make a lion roar every time a number is divisible by 10.
Oh, that sounds intense.
Do you want to cheer me on?
Yes, I would be happy to cheer you on. Go.
Yay! Okay, perfect. It's kind of insane right now. I have a Lego counter for when we play Minecraft in about 10 minutes, and then I have to try to finish it so that I can put it into the stream and then use the counter while you and Teak get all the stickers.
All right, sounds good to me.
Fantastic. Okay, so essentially I'm almost done with this. I just need to write the code for my lion. Okay, so I'm going to name this sprite Lion. Okay.
Leon.
Perfect, the Leon. Okay, so when the flag is clicked, I'm going to have an if statement. And that if statement, I'm going to go into my operators tab. All right, there's something that says mod here, and so if we look at my my plan from earlier, I denoted it, oh, we're not gonna look at it. Well, I denoted it as a percentage sign. That is literally the same thing as mod. Okay, I'm gonna go into variables, and I'm gonna go ahead and put number of Legos on the left, and then I'm gonna put the number 10 on the right. Okay, and then go back into operators, and I'm going to get an equal sign. So this is what's going to be tested. I'm going to put this whole green part on the left. Oops. And then if that is equal, if the number of Legos mod 10 is equal to 0, then this lion appears. Which I think to do that is to hide.
Hi, Tika.
Perfect.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Teak. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Fantastic. Wow, you all are early today.
I know, I was on it. I said I'm not going to be late for like the 3rd week in a row.
That is fantastic. So, Teak, I have 3 minutes to finish coding I have a Lego counter where my lion roars every time I get 10 Legos.
I
So I'm
see.
finishing up. Do you want to cheer me on for these last 2 minutes?
Sure, I guess.
Perfect.
Uh,
Okay, so
Mate.
everyone who's watching, I'm gonna move this entire green thing, and it's not a green monster, but it could be. Kind of looks like one. I'm gonna put it in an if-else statement because if Lego mod 10 does not equal to 0, then I want or no, is not, actually, no, yeah, no, we'll keep it. If it's not equal to 0, then I want the lion to hide. So this means I actually need to move this guy. I need to change this guy into a show. Okay, so if number of Legos mod 10 is equal to 0, then show, else hide. I also want a time feature so there's a little bit of a delay when it shows, because otherwise it's it's just gonna flash. Well, actually, not necessarily. Actually, wait. Let's get rid of that. If I click the green flag, all right, so I have this little animation going, right? And then if I click on this, I go all the way up to 10. Uh-oh. I forgot a feature. I forgot to hide my sprite in the very beginning when I click on the flag to reset it. Okay, so I just added a hide block there. Now if I click the green flag, uh-oh. Actually, I think 0 mod 10 might be equal to 0. Uh-oh, let's change that. Let's do, okay, we're gonna add an and block. So I'm gonna move this entire thing on the left. So I'm gonna have an equal sign here. I'm gonna have another number of Legos. Oh, actually, so sorry. Instead of an equal sign, we're gonna do a greater than sign. So the number of Legos must be greater than 0 in order for anything to happen. Okay. And let's see. Okay, cool. Now the lions disappeared. Definitely forgot that 0 mod 10 equaled 0, because 0 divided by 10 has a remainder of 0. So I just added a part where if the number of Legos must be greater than 0 in order to move forward. So now if I add this up, uh-oh, it looks like it's not doing what I want. Okay, let's see why. So, okay, number of Legos mod 10, that should be, and number of Legos is greater than 0. Well, that's not good. It's not doing what I'm expecting it to. Interesting. Okay, let me try something. I'm gonna move this here. Okay, we're gonna stop. Okay, I'm gonna have my lion start invisible. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and go up to 10. Wow, it's definitely just not doing what I wanted it to. Well, that's a bummer. Okay, in that case... Oh, wait. I think I understand why. Okay, when I run the game, it's running through the if statement, right? But there's no... It just runs through it and then ends the program. It's not rechecking the if statement. So I'm going to go back into my control, and then I'm going to do a forever loop, and put that in above. I'm going to put the if statement inside the forever loop. Now, if I start the game and then go up to 10, now my lion's roaring. And if I go up above 10, then it disappears. And then if I go up to 20, lion's roaring again. Okay, speaking of roaring, I actually want to add quick sound. Okay, I actually know that they have a meow, but you know what? I'm just going to record my own. All right, Teak and Lumi. Actually, do you all want to meow with me at the same time?
No.
I went.
Yeah?
Heck, what is this attitude?
Yeah, what is this, Teak? Okay, when I say I'm gonna count down to 1 and then actually I'll just say go and then we'll meow. Okay, ready? 3, 2,
Okay.
1, go. Meow.
Meow. My cat was a little sassier.
That is all. Okay, let's play this.
Meow. Meow.
Oh no, I think it only got my meow, but that's okay. It was a group effort.
It was a group effort.
I kind of forgot that it was only capturing my mic. So that was a fail, but it's okay. It was still a team effort. Okay.
I still have my best.
Yeah, me too. Okay, I'm just adding a fade in and a fade out. Perfect. So this is recording 1. Okay, so now the last thing, all I need to do in my line code is go to the pink sounds and then just do, when it shows, just play the sound. Uh-oh. Nope, nope. Go back. Play the sound. Oh, why isn't it popping up? Okay, hang on. Oh no, I forgot to actually save. Oh no, I recorded the sound on the wrong sprite. I have to do this again. Alright, well. 3, 2, 1. Meow.
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 This is so great.
Meow.
Okay, this is hilarious. Okay, fade in, fade out. Looks like it's doing good. I'm gonna make it louder though.
Meow. Meow.
Okay, cool. That sounds like a really weird meow, but we're gonna go with it. Okay, now I should be able to play recording 1. Okay, let's test it.
Meow.
Beautiful.
Meow. Meow.
Oh gosh. It just meows endlessly. Oh, that's not good. It meows endlessly until I'm above 10. Oh shoot. Oh well.
It's like a tryst.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to add something that doesn't do that. Well, maybe. Unless, oh, there's gotta be something I can do. Oh, yes.
Just put in the same code but backwards.
Yeah,
That'll fix it.
honestly though. Well, I could do well, Okay, I guess I'll add this is a really, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to, I mean, it's already 7:01 PST, so I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with it and try to find the 11th Lego as fast as possible. All right, it's just going to have to be a thing, because I'm out of time. All right, so Lumi and Teak, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay,
I am also ready.
perfect. All right, I'm loading up the world. I'm gonna go ahead and invite you to it.
I've just been listening to the Minecraft music this whole time in the background. It's been so lovely and peaceful.
Oh my gosh. This is fantastic. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna load up the Minecraft game, but for everyone watching, I'm actually gonna go ahead and stop the stream just for a few minutes, and then we'll go ahead and start when we're ready for our Minecraft session. So if you're watching, hang tight, because another stream's gonna pop up in about 2 minutes, maybe even less. So hang tight. Goodbye for now, until